Kia ora, my friends, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the fishing forecast for a truly special day. The 3rd of November, 2025 year, across beautiful New Zealand. Now, why is this day so special, you ask? Well, friends, get ready, because with warming waters and an abundance of eager fish, this could be one of those days you tell stories about for years to come. Stick around, and I'll give you the lowdown on where to cast your line, what gear to use, and how to maximize your chances for an unforgettable catch. Let's talk tactics, starting with our freshwater legends, the BT rainbow and brown trout. This time of year, as spring truly takes hold, trout are coming out of their winter slumber, ravenous and ready to feed. You'll find them active and less wary than later in the season. Look for them in the classic spots, the riffles and seams of our pristine rivers, where oxygen levels are high and insect life is plentiful. Also, don't overlook the margins of our stunning lakes, especially the warming shallows and around any submerged structure. In my experience, there'll be key areas as the water heats up. For gear, if you're a fly angler, a dry dropper rig with a small natural nymph pattern is often deadly. Keep an eye out for evening rises, particularly for caddis. Spin fishers try small, subtle spinners or soft baits in natural colors, retrieved slowly through those deeper runs and along the drop-offs. A little trick, lighter leaders will definitely increase your bites as the water clarity improves. Now, for our saltwater enthusiasts, the T-snappertus action is absolutely heating up. November is prime time for these hard-fighting fish, especially in the inshore waters of the North Island, like the Hauraki Gulf, Kawau Bay, the worm beds of the East Coast bays, and the Firth of Thames. Why are they here? Simple. Warming waters are pushing baitfish closer to shore, and our snapper are following, actively feeding as they prepare for their spawning season. You'll want to target inshore reefs, pinnacles, and those exciting workups, where birds, dolphins, and whales are all chasing bait, and snapper are right underneath them. Soft plastics are incredibly effective. Choose natural colors like browns, greens, or anything mimicking a pilchard. Fresh bait, like a butterfly jack mackerel or a juicy pilchard, presented on a running sinker rig, can also produce some stonking fish. And let's not forget the mighty kingfish. As the water temperatures continue to climb, kingfish activity and numbers will absolutely ramp up. These powerful predators are moving into the Hauraki Gulf in big numbers, offering a serious fight. Look for them around rocky headlands, deeper reefs, and of course, wherever you see those baitfish schools. Topwater lures like stickbaits and poppers, worked with a fast, erratic retrieve, are exhilarating. If they're holding a bit deeper, try vertical jigging with metal jigs or even live baiting with a well-presented koheru or kahawai. All right, let's break down the conditions for the 3rd of November, 2025. The updated weather forecast. For New Zealand is looking very positive, my friends. We're expecting mostly fine conditions, particularly in the North Island, with air temperatures around 20 degrees Celsius or 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Generally, the country will see mild temperatures between 13 and 21 degrees Celsius. The atmospheric pressure seems stable, possibly even slightly rising, which is always a good sign for active fish. Winds will be light to moderate northeasterlies, averaging around 15 to 20 kilometers per hour. This is manageable for most boats and can even create some productive chop lines on the water where fish ambush prey. Best of all, we're looking at virtually zero chance of rain. The water temperature continues its beautiful warming trend across New Zealand. Coastal areas around the North Island, like Auckland, are sitting around 17 degrees Celsius or 63 degrees Fahrenheit. Further south, it might be a bit cooler, but the key is that everything is getting warmer. For our freshwater species, temperatures are hitting or exceeding 10 degrees Celsius, which is a major trigger for increased metabolism and feeding activity. This warming pushes baitfish into shallower inshore areas, and our predatory snapper and kingfish are right on their tails. Now for the peaked moon phase, a factor many of us keen anglers pay close attention to. On November 3rd, 2025, we're in a waxing gibbous phase, with an impressive 94 to 95% illumination. This means we're just 2 days shy of the full moon, a time often associated with increased tidal movement and active fish. Popular fishing lore suggests that the period leading up to a full moon can be excellent, with fish feeding energetically, especially during twilight and overnight hours when the moon is bright in the sky. We should see moderate tidal activity, further stimulating fish movement and feeding. Considering all these factors, the stable, mild weather, the rapidly warming water, the abundance of food, and that favorable moon phase, my overall assessment is an excellent day for fishing. The fish are still settling into their spring routines, but they are hungry and active. This is a time of opportunity, especially for those targeting trout in the rivers and lakes, and for our inshore saltwater species like snapper and kingfish. So, my friends, get your gear ready, check those lines, and make sure your tackle box is stocked. I wish you all tight lines and ni hako ni cheshui. May you have neither tail nor scale, as we say. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this forecast helpful. Subscribe to the channel for more tips and tell me in the comments below. What are your plans for the 3rd of November? What species are you chasing? And what's your go-to bait or lure this time of year? Share your observations. Let's build this community together. Good luck out there, everyone.